3,000 weddings, I reckon close on 10,000 family portraits. To have 24 nutters was really a small percentage. And to be a nutter, you didn't just have to be a grumpy client or a difficult client, you had to be really certifiable. One of the complaints that came back, the dress was the wrong colour. A green silk wedding dress that changed from green to magenta. I believe it's called shot fabric, so it changed colour. I mean, there's no way you could get the dress the right colour because it was never the one colour. I did psychology at RMIT, Psychology 101 has got me through a few things. I never wanted to screw anyone, I just wanted to make them happy. And if they were happy, they might buy some photos. I'm a visual person. I can't understand something unless I can see a picture of it. So it's probably right that I should end up in pictures. Because I could never be an accountant. I can't see columns. I had a little Instamatic 104 and I've got an album that's got my very first photo in it. My little dog when I was a kid living in Adelaide. I got the bug for lighting. Wherever I go, I see portraits. I can't press the button if the lighting's awful. But I do know to say, all you have to do is stand there, and I know the lighting will be right, and then I'll take the photo and people will look at it and say, oh, that's a good photo. Well, it's just lit well. Almost nothing else, it's just lit well. The light's coming in, you want to get light into the shadow eye, which is that one. So as soon as the light hits that eye, you've got Rembrandt lighting or short lighting. So that's perfect. Then that becomes a kicker light or a hair light. It's just perfect. You couldn't imagine anything better. But here it's split, you know, and some photographers like that sort of thing. Well, I don't.
It's really holding its edge.
Because I appreciate the machinery, I appreciate the day I could afford my first Hasselblad. I really loved that camera. And then when I went to Leica, beautiful cameras. So it made, as I said, giving up every weekend for basically my whole working life so much more acceptable. And I like German engineering. You know, it's really elegant design. I think I'm a frustrated landscaper. I'm landscaping 10 acres. Now that's enough to keep me busy till I can't do it or snuff it. But I'm a homebody, so that bit I enjoy. We bought this beautiful property in Somerville that was on 1.5 acres. And the first time ever I got a taste of not having a paling fence. This little duck, he's my duck. This is Frankie, or Sir Francis Drake. But we call him Frankie. I didn't set out to make big money in photography. I just wanted enough money to live, and I really took the responsibility seriously of all those 3,000 brides. I probably put my family second in some cases. For a Saturday afternoon, I was 110% committed to that job. But when it was over, I was out of there because I'd had enough. If I've given 5 hours of total mental, the best I can do to produce the best wedding photos for that couple, by the time I get to the reception and you do that dorky, pretending to cut the cake photo, this is before all staying through the night. I mean, I'd had enough. So I used to say, well, look, you know, you'd do the pretend cutting the cake, you'd kiss the bride, shake hands with the groom, get in the car, get home in time for Hey Hey, it's Saturday. That was pre-digital. Before, we had a life then as a photographer. The courier came and picked up the film. You forgot about it till Friday. Has the courier come in to see what I did last week? That was a life. Digital, oh, the next day you're backing up, burning DVDs, you're editing in Bridge and Photoshop, and no life. It is really tiring. I just settle back on the farm and enjoy life. It's just marvellous to wake up in the morning and say, what will I do today?